Greetings, everyone. I'm What Hamster,
And I'm M4.
and it doesn't make it any less monotonous that we keep saying it that way. Excellent.
Yay!
Bore the viewers to death.
Hey,
don't
this is Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
If we have to grind, they can grind listening to us.
they can grind listening to us. I love that. I think I'm actually going to use that as a title.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to use this thing again, only with more upgraded damage and a sliver of green. It's a pretty good raw damage hammer when you get it.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Fortunately, I got this thing here. But the great downside to the baggy armor is, I'm going to show it, it gets minus stun resistance.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Like, I won't get, like, increased stun duration with it, just with the armor, but it'll also make it really hard to get stunned. So even with decoration, I can only get halved stun. Really, I probably should have gone with the gold blue armor, because this thing has focus. I really want to show the focus off with the hammer, too, just if people notice that, the charge goes faster. I don't know. Plus, I just wanted to use this myself, so.
Go there.
I'll end up showing, don't worry, I'll end up showing, the Giganox and the Rathian armor off in the next batch of videos, like the 5-star stuff. Trust me, there will be plenty of time to show armors off when I get to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I even got Defender High, which is really handy.
That is pretty good, yeah.
I would have preferred Slugger, though, but I'll take what I can get.
Oh, man, Slugger and Hammer is the best.
So now I actually have to finally kill him, and now there is subboards.
Hooray!
Deliver a tear and wound his chest. And yeah, he's pretty much repeating everything he said before in the details. Yeah.
How original.
Yeah. Copy and paste, Capcom. Copy and paste.
We need more of the Cowardly Hunter.
Yeah, the Cowardly Hunter. It's pretty good. Or the guard, who's like,
Yeah,
hands
lazy guard.
above my pay grade.
Oh man, a great Jaggy.
2 great Jaggies? Wow, this is really above my pay grade. Fuck this.
Oh man.
That guy. He's amazing.
He's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, so instead of going out and doing this himself, he pays you to do it instead. So I'm still thinking, like, how much money do these guards get? Holy crap.
I was gonna say his pay grade must be pretty good because he can pay other people to do his work for him.
His pay grade is way above mine, apparently.
Oh dear.
If killing great Jaggies is way above his pay grade, he must be... Wow. Maybe I should just become a village guard instead and just pay other hunters to do my work. Because I get so much money.
It's just like getting paid to do nothing.
They're just token peacekeepers, I guess.
Right, they have to have someone standing there so people don't think that something's wrong.
They just have to have people standing there so people won't break the law?
Sure, we'll go with that.
But I don't think anybody wants to break the law in Monster Hunter Land because I'm sure they have, like, horrible rules like you are now exiled and pretty much exile means death.
Well, there are the, black market hunters that try and bypass the guild to sell the parts.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, once you're exiled, you're probably pretty much dead. Unless you're...
Yeah, exile is pretty much the same thing as execution in Monster Hunter, because what are you going to do?
Yeah, unless you're a skilled hunter, yeah, what are you doing? Kind of fucked.
Get another video of Laggy.
Yeah, can't get enough of him. 3rd time we see him in a video.
Clearly, though, he's pissed.
His eyes are glowing, and he just wrecked those ruins on the water, and that's actually a thing he can do.
You jerk. Archaeologists would love to have those.
Yeah, but instead, he's using his strength of earthquaking powers to pretty much just wreck shit. God damn it. Such a jerk. That's why we're gonna have to put him down. And I'm not sure why he went into his resting position. It's like, dun dun dun, he's gonna get me, and then he goes into resting position, and then decides, I guess not. And the music is still going on. I've never heard it go on that long.
He's decided that he's like, yeah, you're not really a threat, but I'm just gonna take a nap.
Yeah, even though...
Well, actually, now that I recall, you drove me off before.
Yeah, oh god, I'm blind, let's just keep that music going.
That was a bit weird, yeah.
Yeah. It's because it's not supposed to play for that long, and then it just kind of repeats. Like, come on. Notice the hunter. You're okay. You're stunned, and okay, now you can do stuff. Excellent. But I was kind of happy about that anyways because it gave me a pretty good opening to smack his face.
Oh yes, face smacking is always good.
Especially with the hammer. I do like my face smack.
Hammer's job. If you're not hitting the face with the hammer, you are wasting time.
And I know you keep saying like you never see people use the 2 charge. I find the 2 charge incredibly useful though.
It's got its uses, but a lot of times you get the chance to do a 2 charge, you can get a full charge.
Yeah, but the thing is with the 2 charges, a lot of times where people would normally go for 1 charge, I go for 2 charge because you do the short lunge.
Right.
Which is really useful for like closing the gap between you and the monster, and then
definitely. And
then you can quickly dodge afterwards.
I won't argue with that because it's true. That's the use of it.
Mm-hmm. So I use actually probably the 2 charge more than the 1 charge.
Well, I'm not sure if I think that's a good idea, but it works.
The 1 charge is kind of worthless.
Well,
the thing is, the attack is a lot slower and deals less damage, and plus you get that nice uppercut angle with the 2 charge where you can actually attack things normally you wouldn't be able.
Yeah, the full charge just should be the bread and butter regardless.
Of course, but if I can get the full charge, I always do the full charge, but if he's a little too far away, I usually can't get the full charge off, or full charge off without getting hit, so why risk it? Especially against something like laggy. So, no, I actually really like the 2 charge.
It's definitely useful.
So, if you haven't guessed it, this entire fight is more or less going to consist of fighting him underwater because... Oh, hey.
That's how he normally is.
Yeah, that's how he normally is.
The one before was the gimmick fight, this is the real fight.
So what I was attempting to do there, but because I'm slow and terrible, I fucked it up. But basically when he's charging his lightning up, you can interrupt him with a sonic bomb, and he'll drop a shiny if he's charging his lightning. Also...
so that's how you get it.
There's another way to get it, which is like 1 in a million chance, but I got it on video, so I was pretty amazed.
Right. Yeah, shinies from laggy isn't exactly a common occurrence. Barely anybody even knows how to do it.
Yeah, and usually it's not going for it, because it's just a shiny.
Probably a wyvern tier.
The thing where he spits from out of the water, that's what I was hoping for when I was just resting on the beach in the first video, where you saw him. That's how I was hoping
he wasn't nearly mad enough at you then.
No, he just went back to bed, ignoring me. So that's kind of the gimmick with Leggy here. He once he electrifies his back, he does stupid amounts of damage because now his attacks are is basically like him having a lightning weapon on top of his regular attacks. So extra damage to you.
And Thunderblight.
Yeah, Thunderblight is the main thing that will kill you. And he's really fast.
Just plow through you with it, stun you, plow through you again, and oh, you're dead.
Exactly. You don't get a chance.
Basically, he's the ultimate at chain ganking because of the stun.
Yeah, and with how fast he is. Basically, the first time I did this recording, I had to scrap it because he just, for some reason, all day long, he would just do the lunge attack underwater where he goes across the screen. By the time I catch up with him, he'd just do a lunge attack. He just did that for like half an hour. Barely got any attacks on him, so I just scrapped the recording. It's actually a really infuriating fight.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything because he would just go across the screen all the time.
Yeah, he definitely has very fast. You can get around really easily, way faster than you can.
And the thing is, in the basically deserted island, you have these big 2 ocean areas.
And his movement distance is affected by the size of the area.
Yeah, so when he does that lunge attack, he goes further and faster.
Yep, crosses pretty much the entire area, and yeah.
It's just really obnoxious. I learned about the distance affected by the map size when I was fighting Monopolis and Diablos in Freedom Unite.
Yep.
Much to my dismay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Not too happy about it.
Yeah. When you fight Laggy in the flooded forest, it's way easier because
Yeah.
he barely can. He doesn't get nearly as far.
But
Just
there's
stuck
also
in
a
these little
downside
areas.
to it, which means, you know, there's not much dodging room either, so.
That's very true. You're also kind of stuck in the little areas with him.
But I'd rather take the part where I can actually catch up to him and hurt him.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So, you know, I was gonna attempt the whole Sonic Bomb there, but I threw,
Nice pre-drinking there.
yeah, and now I cannot capture him because I brought exactly two paintballs for some reason.
That's two trank bombs. That's not enough.
I don't know why I only brought 2 trank bombs. It was like a
That's
mistake on
very
my side.
silly.
You usually bring like 4 or 5 just to make sure.
Right, since you have spares.
So, what you saw there was him whiffing his electrical charge because he's exhausted. And as I mentioned before, when he's exhausted, he goes up on land.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. So, I'm actually gonna be able to fight him a little bit easier. So, it's kind of like a mercy thing too, as well. Like, if you can just hold out long enough in the fight, he will get exhausted and get tired. I thought for a moment there, of course, like he was gonna turn around and just fight me anyways. But I'm glad he didn't get blinded by that. That would have been terrible. Because then he would have fought me in the water.
Yep, you were getting all pissy.
Yeah. And once you haven't flashed, the thing is the tail and the head usually stays fairly stationary when he's in the water. Flash bombs, I would say they make a huge difference underwater. Like, he will pretty much be stationary, and you can get some good hits in the head if you're going for the tail. That's pretty much one of your only chances to get the tail cut underwater.
Triple pound all day.
Yeah, only he
Your
slid
aim
me
is
around.
terrible.
Well, that's because he slid me around with his hitboxes. And what?
Yeah, they do that. If you're not well aware of where you need to stand for certain monsters, you just can't get hits at all.
Yeah.
Also bouncing. What a waste.
Well, the thing is, I can't control on when I'm gonna run out of.
Yeah, no, that's not your fault, but it is a shame because
Yeah, I could have probably gotten a KO there, but you know, I'm gonna take all the hits on his head that I can take because by the time I sharpen my weapon.
Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't have been worth sharpening when it started bouncing, but it's still a shame.
Yeah, I would have loved. Oh, I just noticed it. I actually didn't manage. I did freaking take the helmet off of him. Oh well.
Oh,
I
well,
didn't
that's
notice that.
the
Rats. I'd prefer the pop mask, but whatever. Well, I guess I get to showcase this one. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I think I did it on purpose because if he enrages and for some reason he decides to fight Laggy and throw fireballs.
That's a very bad reasoning.
Yeah, no. I think it's just because I wanted to showcase the moves more, even though I shouldn't. But yeah, I just decided, you know, I'm just gonna blow my load of traps because it can't capture me. There's
As
simply
well, get damage while he's on land.
there's just simply no. But here's the thing, I've noticed the lightning traps aren't as effective on land. They're more. If shock traps are more effective underwater, I've noticed. For some reason, like he got out of that shock trap immediately.
He did.
But that's also partially because he's in range.
Right. Nothing like trapping an exhausted monster. That's very satisfying.
Yeah, but
And then bouncing everywhere.
that's why he was in. Yeah, that's why he was in that pitfall trap for so long.
Yeah. Such a shame.
Yeah, I wish I had been bouncing because I could have done so much damage and all the KOs. In fact, I think the fight would have pretty much already been over.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, close to over. Like he'd be weakened and trying to flee.
Yep. Something like that.
But it doesn't matter. I did get my KO off. I still need to get that chest break though. So, you know, spending some extra time trying to get hits on that chest. I do love extra rewards in the reward box, I will admit.
Oh yeah. Subquests are probably one of my favorite things they added.
Yeah, I really like it. Like, it gives it a little bit more like, okay, I want to do this and this subquest because I'll get some extra rewards here. So there's a little bit more to the fight than just saying, I'm just gonna kill the monster.
Right. But you can also say, man, that sounds like a pain in the ass. Let's just not.
Oh, by the way, face full of fireballs apparently, so it did pay off.
Yeah. Hooray.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Laggy is weak to fire. No. There we go. Chest broken.
Hooray. Now he has scars.
I think he takes a little bit more damage on those when you attack the chest after you
I
start.
believe so, yes.
I haven't really read exactly what every break on every monster does. I had to read the one on Paco because it wasn't obvious when he broke his beak, because you'd think like, oh, he wouldn't be able to use his songs, but he still uses them.
Right.
Only instead, you're the one who gets the buff each time he does it. If he uses the buff.
Be awesome.
So that isn't really very apparent that that's what it does.
It's like, oh, thanks, Paco.
Yeah, and there's a few monsters also that I read about, but I'll get into that actually. Fight those monsters. It's a 5-star monster.
Oh boy.
It's based on wings. Think you know what I'm talking about?
Of course I do.
Yeah. It's Rathalos. No. It's something else.
Yes.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm not spoiling Rathalos and Rathian is just because it's Rathalos and Rathian. They've been here since the first generation of Monster Hunter. They're not really a surprise anymore. They're going to be in every single Monster Hunter game because it is pretty much the Monster Hunter mascot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was painful.
Yeah.
You're lucky that Thunder triggered on that.
And now he's doing his ultimate move, which is got a charge on my back. I'm going to I'm just gonna uncharge the charge, and if you get touched by that, you're pretty much next to dead if you're at full health.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he was enraged, so I couldn't actually flinch him out of it. I'm not even sure if you can flinch him out of his ultimate move, to be honest.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. Again, really try to get that shiny. But
not having much luck with that.
No. But still got half a video left. But most of that's just gonna be town exploration.
Oh yeah, because a new star.
Yeah, new star means everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody has things to tell you. So the fight's almost over. Don't worry. But as you can see, wonderful hitboxes under the water.
Oh yes.
I'm so used to having like evasion plus from the Paco armor. It's just such a huge crush, and it takes a lot of getting used to not having that thing.
You love your crutch armor.
Yeah, but it's so good. Except for when you get hit by fireballs. No, wait, it's actually especially good when you get hit by fireballs. Yeah, what am I talking about? No, yeah, no. Paco armor.
The Barioth armor that had that problem.
Like, it's not really weak to lightning, and it's not really weak. It's strong against fire, so that's the main elemental attacks that everything uses. So, yeah, you're good to go.
And the high rank has light area.
The armor definitely has pretty decent defense all the way through, just because it gets defense up, and you can put a few gems on that, and yeah, you're good.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is if and when you get touched, which isn't very often. I can't. And they give it to you so early on, too. Like, in Freedom Unite, they first gave you that armor once you fought Nargacuga, and you're pretty much more or less at the end of the single player, at least.
Right.
So, it makes sense that the armor is really powerful, and it's also really hard to get because Nargacuga brain stems.
Yeah.
Those are a pain to get if you're not trying to get it off of G rank. But then again, they got the G rank version of it, which is even worse. Heavenly Scales. Oh man, am I glad I don't have to deal with that.
You jerk. Laggy.
Oh,
come on. Man.
Come on, man. There was culture in that somewhere.
Somewhere.
Like, there's culture in several pieces now.
It'll be easier for the archaeologist to take it back for study.
But, I mean, it's gonna be like the worst Lego set ever.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Lego Monster Hunter.
That's going to be interesting when they finally run out of popular movies to make Lego games. They start
yeah, they're making
turning
Lord of the
games.
Rings now, from what I've seen.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is their next popular movie that they're turning into a Lego game.
Well, the thing is, they'll probably like, once they restart, like they're already talking about like restarting the Batman movies under a different director, like rebooting the movies.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if they get a director who actually does a really good job at it, and the movies get popular, then they'll probably do more Lego Batmans.
Of course.
And also a thing he never does. This is the first time I've ever seen it.
And
Eating.
clearly he never does it because the animation is really bad.
Well,
He was stuck against the wall,
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
on the other side of it.
it's because he,
Pretty great.
yeah. But that's actually one of the amazing things that, you know, like, you never actually. This is the first time I've ever seen him eat. And you know, just like with Rathian and Rathalos, when they eat, they drop a shiny. And those like
Yep.
score, man. I hope this is a Wyvern's tier. You know, all this work was for something, and it was.
Hooray.
So it paid off bringing this Farcaster. That's not a Farcaster. I just want to paint it. Make sure paint it fresh.
Right.
And Farcaster, bam. And then people even get to see him rest. So you know, you get to see various things in the video. Wow, variation.
Woo, variation.
Yeah, no, I'm actually basically like eating.
Oh man, no kidding. I don't think I've ever seen him eat.
Yeah, it's like Kutku drinking water. Like, few people have ever seen that because the AI never does it. And plus,
And
Kutku
you have
dies
a
so
video
easily.
of it.
No,
Congratulations.
yeah, I have a video of this, but I don't have a video of Kutku drinking. I've seen it a total of
Oh, well.
twice, and always when I haven't been recording.
Hey, at least you got one of them. One of the really rare things.
Yeah. But Kutku is, of course, in a different game.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, Kutku's back at Monster Hunter 4. Well, a Monster Hunter title we'll probably never see until they release 4G.
Probably.
Yeah. And then they make like a Wii U version or something like that when that comes out in 3 years.
Hmm.
No, actually, it'll be more like 4 years because they're not even finished with Monster Hunter 4. Still making it. So, like, next... And they wouldn't release Monster Hunter 4 until, like, Tri-G. Like, they already sold all their copies of Tri-G.
Right.
But that'd just be bad for their marketing, even if they had it done. They want everybody to buy Tri-G, and then they want people to buy Monster Hunter 4 in, like, 1 to 2 years when that comes out.
Something like that.
Actually, honestly, I think Monster Hunter 4 looks really bad graphically because they're trying to do the 3D. So it just
Yeah.
looks washed out. So
I don't think it's really worth it.
no, it doesn't look very like the colors are just either oversaturated or washed out. There's no in between. I don't know, like it works for when you're doing 3D, but I hope when they do a Wii U version that they'll fix the colors. Because
Hopefully.
yeah, unless there's a special attachment for the Wii U that'll make it into 3D, there'll probably be that.
Oh god.
How much do you would make an attachment?
It's likely.
Like the N64, where you could buy a separate RAM card to put in to play certain games.
Yeah, the expansion pack.
Yeah. And in fact, you could still play these other games. You could just play them really badly. So why would you ever do it?
Yeah, I got the expansion pack free with Ocarina of Time, I think.
Oh, wow. They've never sold that here. Like, you had to buy that separately. And I remember watching some people play Perfect Dark without the expansion and with the expansion just to show it off.
It might have been Donkey Kong 64 that came with it, actually.
Possibly. I know they tried.
It came with something. So
I know they
whatever.
tried to pimp it out with Pokemon. Like, that was the only way you could really get the expansion is if you bought Pokemon.
Go figure, right?
Yeah, go figure. But that's just because they sold like a total of like 8 or 10 Nintendo 64 games over here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know. It was
Anyway,
just
you killed the thing.
Yeah,
It's dead
killed it.
now.
showed it off. I said dead corpse off. Got delicious carbs. And it's dead, and I'm happy. And terrible rewards. Go figure.
Well, at least you get a shell shocker and some charms.
Shell shockers are like a 33% chance to get. They're really common.
That's not that great. And yeah, no.
I broke the head, and I got a shell shocker instead of a horn. You need like
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, and all these
Also,
charms.
those charms are horrid.
Yeah, charms are terrible. Like I got shit rewards. Ah, damn it. Well, but at least I got to show off the leggy eating thing, the rare thing. So it's not total.
That's your reward.
My reward. I would rather had a plate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I actually would have rather had a plate.
Oh.
Because that means I don't have to farm for the damn things! And when I carved the tail, I got a scale. Oh wait, is this Earthquake? Oh man.
Look at this shaky screen.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny that it happened after I killed Laggy.
That's kind of the point.
Maybe it wasn't a monster shaking up the island, you know, tectonic plates. I doubt they know about tectonic plates, but just pointing it out there. I'm pretty sure when tectonic plates grind up against each other, that's what causes the earthquakes. So,
Look at all those fish everywhere.
yeah.
What a mess.
All that from an earthquake like that. It shouldn't spread fish out like that unless they had like a... I guess unless they dropped a basket of fish, maybe.
That sounds likely.
Yeah. But I don't see any basket. Well, I do see that one basket that... Surprisingly, everything is so well packed down that nothing is coming out of it. Actually, there's a lot of them that are like that. That's pretty well packed down, I must say. It prepared just in case of an earthquake.
Well, they have been getting a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah, that is true, but you'd think they'd find some way to like tie the fish down, maybe. But I still have to say, you know, I'm pretty sure it's just tectonic plates.
Seems likely.
Yeah.
Except this is Monster Hunter, so of course not.
No. Earthquakes never happen naturally.
Well, I mean, this is a, you know, world where there are monsters that destroy islands.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's a Raviente because that's awesome.
No, but
I would love
my point is saying that, you know, blaming things on monsters is pretty likely to be accurate.
Yeah. I still like, you know, like they don't even consider that. You know, we've had earthquakes in the past, and maybe this is just a naturally occurring thing that happens every so often. But no, they just. But I guess just because they don't know about like how earthquakes work, so like,
right.
It's easy just to blame it on witchcraft. Oh no.
It's a monster. Everything's a monster.
Everything is a monster. I'm sure it's a giant mole. Oh man, it's probably a giant mole with fangs the size of mountains and 10 red glowing eyes with wings. 10 wings, actually.
You know, 4 is going to have that as an Elder Dragon now.
No.
They're listening.
Oh no. Capcom, don't steal my ideas. Trademark.
Oh, but it's too late.
Oh no, they stole my ideas. Damn it.
Oh.
Also, we need the one-winged angel theme song on it just to rip some things off, because why not? But yeah, now I got a full bug upgrade. It's pretty good.
Oh boy.
And the only thing left, actually now, the only thing left is the honey farm. But this time the farmhands didn't run, that's just because it's an earthquake, you dummy. God damn it. Stop being a fraidy cat to make a terrible pun. But, you know, I'm just pointing it out, you know. You'd think, for as long as they've lived in the village and had so many earthquakes, to think, you know. I want that honey farm upgrade.
Oh, the honey
so
farm.
bad. But you only get that at, like, the end of the game.
When you don't need it anymore.
No, well, unless you're doing multiplayer, which I won't be doing with this character because I hate myself.
Yay! At least you have company.
Yeah, yeah. I know. We can be hate bros.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So now she's got new armor and weapons.
That apparently make a kerplop sound.
Yep. Well, I guess if you're fighting in the water, maybe it'll make it kerplop. Like a bowgun in the water? I don't know. But she actually here's the thing, she never upgrades her stock of bowguns.
Ew.
Yeah. Never.
That's horrible.
But I can actually kinda understand why she never does that. So the new armor she's got is the alloy armor. If you got to this point, you're never gonna use it if you haven't already made it yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's kinda useful in the beginning if you're using sword and shield, but past that it's useless. But more useful, they actually give you access to a few more advanced weapons. It's easier, cheaper, and faster just to buy the raw weapon at this point if you need to upgrade down different paths.
Right. You buy a couple of them because they split, and then you
Exactly.
make the do it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely a useful thing that you can do that.
Yeah, paths eventually branch off, and that's probably why they don't have the bowguns, because it's only the stock you upgrade, and then it's just levels you upgrade.
Right.
It's not down paths or anything. And honestly, bowguns aren't hard to make. It really doesn't require very many materials unless you're upgrading it to max, which is also
Oh, hey.
easy to do.
Speaking of which, Pun Lady has pointed out that Cha-Cha is missing.
Yeah, yeah. For the people at home who haven't noticed that yet, Cha-Cha is gone. Thank God. I was getting tired of that guy. Really obnoxious.
And the Pun Lady had to make a joke about it, of course.
Yeah, it's Pun Lady, let's be honest.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes back to talking about dash juice and steaks and catalysts. But now we got more things for sale at the very least. So everything's a mess, but she's still selling stuff. So, you know, I guess she's dedicated. What is that blue stuff anyway?
It's like fish again.
Oh, no. That blue stuff does not look like fish. Looks like some sort of flower or plant.
It looks similar to the fish texture they used in the other places.
Possibly.
Just that it's a kind of awkward texture, especially since it's pointed at the camera now.
So, I get a pack rat guide. It increases my item box, not my inventory. And I have access to level 3 ammo on various kinds now. Not all level 3 ammo, but just some.
Still useful.
Like the main important ones, like Pierce Pellet and normal shot. But I still cannot purchase level 2 Crag and Cluster.
What a shame.
Yeah. But, you know, like, I can almost purchase every single ammo I want for money now, so... Once that starts happening, if you use the bowgun, at that point you're making so much money from missions and probably just selling all the parts that you don't need that ammo pays for itself. And the two kids, they don't really say anything new. I was hoping they'd say something new, but I guess, you know what, they're kids, they're pretty chill, you know, it's just an earthquake. Just means they have extra chores.
What a shame.
Yeah, yeah. Now you'd think, considering that they're standing next to the Elder, that they'd say something. But they don't. Now... terrible things are happening. As we'll find out in a moment that the guild's tired of these earthquakes, and they're like, nope, fuck it. You know what? We're just evacuating this village. We don't care about no dumb earthquakes. But, you know, maybe they wouldn't have such a bad problem. Like, they say, oh no, the earthquake's gonna shake the island apart. But, you know, maybe the problem is that they got this rickety shack on the water that's connected to the mainland. In fact, you know what? They'd probably be safe. Unless they have, like, a tsunami or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
But the thing is that since the earthquakes are local on the island, they're not going to have, like, a big tidal wave coming in and watching them. So they'd actually be safe. I don't know what the guild's talking about. Yeah. I don't know what the guild's talking about. Yeah, they're on, like, a little floating village that is loosely connected to the mainland.
That's pretty much the best thing to have if you want to survive earthquakes.
Yeah. So, yeah, but but the best thing happens now, though. Aside from spoiling milk, apparently.
Ew.
Comfort food. He's gonna break out the highest tier of ingredients.
Some of which still sound disgusting.
Yeah. But I get the best food buffs, so that's amazing. I want the best food buffs. And, talks about the clothes and that he's multilingual. I'm not even gonna dignify that word. I'm not even gonna dignify with a response. And then he's gonna talk about dragon tails. Yeah, apparently this is what they do with dragon tails. That we don't chop off or claim. So whenever we take a scale off, they're used for food.
Yummy.
So that's what happens. And then he talks about the heaven buns. And yeah, the competitors have really bad slogan.
Flames of eternal imprisonment.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that would scare people off, or to get people really curious. Like,
Oh.
I gotta try this now.
I know, it sounds pretty good.
It sounds spicy. I like spicy food.
Oh dear.
Oh, my bowels will be imprisoned to the back.
Hell bread. Wubba-da-wah?
Yeah. I was just kind of staring at that myself. I try to ignore her, but because she's retarded. And now she's back to being her normal self. Unfortunately.
Such a shame.
Back to a normal human range. Don't want to know. Is she like normal? Yeah, she must be hyper. But now we get access to a new area, a volcano. Yeah. The final new area we'll get access to. And
Hooray,
this
volcano.
is where we're told about the evacuation order. But they're delaying and stuff because they still believe like it's not just the tectonic plates, and there must be something that's causing the earthquakes. But even if they don't find something, well, they'll have delayed. I could do some work in the meantime, and But I figure maybe next time we'll check out the volcano. We now get a Paw Pass ticket to the tundra, which is nice.
Right.
And I can capture Laggy, but I'm going to do that off screen. This one is going to be fun to show. And that one, oh yeah, that's going to be good to show, because that one has some good stuff in it. Well, we'll all see you next time for 5-star videos.
Yeah, look forward to them.
Yeah.